Start at the front edge of your mat in Tadasana with palms touching at your heart. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side and join your palms above your head in Urdhva. Exhale and release your arms to either side and forward bend over your legs, coming into forward fold. Inhale, lift your head as you come to flat back. Exhale, step one foot back and then the other, plank. Inhale and slowly lower your body, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Baby cobra. Exhale, push up and come into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lengthening the spine, bending one leg and then the other. Stretching your body where it asks you to be stretched, breathing into the side of your ribs, and bring one leg forward and then the other. Forward fold, inhale, reach up to the sky and bring both hands in front of your heart. Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step one foot back and then the other. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Baby cobra. Push up and downward facing dog. Walk that dog. Breathing into the tension. Step one foot forward and then the other. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up and bring all that positive energy into your heart. Keep flowing that same flow. 3 more times. Just follow your own rhythm through your own breathing, allowing your body to gently wake up. The benefits of sun salutations is it increases your blood circulation, it boosts energy, it unwinds the mind, and it helps you find your center. You find gratitude, and it creates more strength, flexibility, and tone to the body. It opens and releases tensions in the hamstrings, in the shoulders, and in the chest. Even if you don't have time for a full-on yoga hour daily, sun salutations are a great way to keep your practice alive and put a little yoga goodness into your day. Consistency is key, and it's better to do a daily 20-minute practice than an irregular practice once or twice a week, even if they are longer. The purpose of sun salutations is that it moves the body in all directions and it helps to clear the energy pathways. It is a balancing sequence and each movement touches at least one of the chakras. It helps to invigorate the body while creating space. Exhale down, inhale flat back. exhale. Step one foot back and then the other. Plank. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step one foot forward and then the other. Fold. And inhale, reach up to the sky and bring all that beautiful energy into your heart. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step one foot back and then the other. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step one foot forward and then the other. Inhale, reach up and bring all that gorgeous sunrise energy into your heart. Again, inhale up, exhale down. Fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step one foot back and then the other. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step one foot forward and then the other. Inhale, reach up to the sky and bring your hands to your heart. Standing mountain pose with your feet together or hip width apart. Ground down to the four corners of your feet. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and draw your shoulder blades down your back and lift the crown of your head. Interlace your fingers and stretch all the way forward. Listening to your body and to where it needs more space. Relax your jaw, relax your brows, and fold forward, holding on to your elbows and gently rocking your body from side to side. Bend your knees, hold on to your toes and gently bring your body down onto the mat in a seated position. And we are going to roll like a ball. Make a nice round back and very gently, as you hold on to the back of your leg, roll your body up and down the mat. It's going to wake up your spine, stretch it and massage it. Look at the sun rising, it's so beautiful. We're going to move over to boat, high boat. Sit with your knees bent, place your hand underneath the knees. And draw the lower back in and up as you hug your abs towards your spine. Low boat. You shift back into high boat. If you can strengthen your knees, but you don't have to. The benefit is you're going to strengthen your abdominals and your hip flexors. So I like to see colors in effort. So we've got green. We want to go into yellow and orange, but we never ever want to go into red. You do want to tap into that orange, because when the exercise is starting to be really hard, obviously you don't want to break yourself, but if you push yourself just a little bit more, that's where you create that muscle. And that's why the next day you're going to push that orange a little bit further away, because you're going to strengthen your body and create muscle. Keep breathing through the exercise. And really press that belly button into the spine, engaging that transverse abdominis. Last time. And release. Breathing into the spine. Just relaxing. We're going to go into a neck and a back release. So bring your knees to one side of the mat. Lift up your arms and bring them to the other side. And just breathe into the spine. On the next inhalation, we are going to move over to the other side. Slowly come up, take a little break, have some water. And we start shaking our body, gently shaking our body. The music playlist is in the comments. And we are saluting the sun that is rising and bringing our hands to our heart. In mountain pose. It promotes balance and it directs your attention to the present moment. Inhale up, exhale down. Step one foot back and then the other, and we're going to do a 1 minute plank. I really like to count 20 seconds of every plank in a different language. We've got high plank, low plank, and side plank. For side plank, make sure that your foot and hands are in alignment. Lift your hand up towards the sky. Press the floor away from you with the bottom hand. If you want to have an added challenge, you can lift that top foot off the ground. Imagine you're a starfish. That pose is going to strengthen your shoulders, your upper back, and your abdominals. It also promotes core and scapular stability, which is helpful if you're working on inversions or arm balances. Flow back into downward facing dog and stay here for a couple of breaths. before stepping one foot forward and coming into Warrior Two pose. We're going to flow between Peaceful Warrior and Extended Side Angle pose. Keep flowing through your breathing. So Warrior may not sound very zen, but this standing pose can help calm and steady your mind. It is tougher than it looks. It also strengthens your legs and ankles while increasing stamina. When you're doing side angle, open your chest and make sure your left shoulder is aligned over your right shoulder. So I'm going a little bit too far. Try and stay in one straight line from your foot. This extension of your hand. Stop. Yeah, until there. For Warrior Two, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Arms are parallel to the floor. Gaze over your middle finger. Hips are open to the side and pelvis is neutral and even. Your knees directly over your ankle and you press the foot into the mat. Flow back to downwards facing dog. Leg can go up if you feel like it. Breathe and stretch where it's needed. And then we are slowly, gently going to move over to the other side. Bring the other leg forward and roll into Warrior Two. Legs horizontal, arms horizontal, parallel to the floor. Flow into side angle. Make sure to keep your shoulders in line. And Peaceful Warrior. I really wondered if I should post this video because it's not perfect. But then I was thinking, we don't need a handful of people doing this perfectly. We need millions of people, billions of people doing it imperfectly, like says Anne-Marie Bonneau. I always strive for perfection, but I rarely meet it. It does not mean I don't do it. That was a stiff morning. I hadn't practiced in a while. But I loved that sunrise feeling because I woke up before sunrise and started practicing. So here it is, raw and beautiful, just as it is. I really enjoy this flow between Warrior Two, Peaceful Warrior, and Extended Side Angle. Back to Warrior Two. And we're going to flow back into plank. Make sure your hips aren't drooping towards the floor or hiked up towards the ceiling. Don't lock your elbows. So I'm flowing through a downward dog. I'm really just listening to my body and allowing it to share with me what it needs. Side plank, and we're going to flow into wild thing. And to the other side. So wild thing, you lift your chest, you get as long as possible from the fingers to the opposite toe. You lift your hips and you let the head go. Back to plank. Slowly allowing your body to come all the way down onto the mat like you're lying on the beach. Moving your hips from side to side and just relax. Move your head to the other side. Interlace your fingers behind your back, lift your feet and shoulders off the floor, locust pose. Great for both flexibility and back pain. It's an antidote for the forward hunched posture we so often adopt in our daily lives. Relax your head on the mat. And take another couple of breaths, relaxing. Push your upper body up onto your knees on all fours. Cross your feet. And we're going to come forward into a lady push-up position to work on our upper body and our core strength. There's many variations. And we're going to work on the chest, the arms, the shoulders, and the core. This is a beginner version. Child pose, Balasana. Relax your head on the mat. Extend your arms as far as possible. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, breathing into the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Centering on creating a moment of rest. Reminding us that action, inaction, and non-doing can be just as valuable as action and doing. You can bring both hands next to your feet for a second variation of child's pose. And just relax. Welcoming the day. We're going to go into a headstand. Warning, if you have any neck injuries or medical issues, check with your doctor before attempting this pose. It's not appropriate for all practitioners. And it is best practiced with a trusted teacher checking You start facing a wall on all fours. You interlace your fingers with your knuckles facing the wall. You place your elbows on the floor, shoulder width apart. And you place the crown of the head on the floor into the basket created by your interlaced fingers. Tuck your toes under, lift knee off the floor, and reach your hips up and back. Press down onto your forearms and lift up through the shoulders. Do a few leg variations and then gently bring yourself with control down. This is going to strengthen your upper back, your shoulders, and your arms, and it benefits circulatory, lymphatic, and endocrine systems. When you come back from an inversion, always take a moment to do child's pose. Take a moment to drink some water if you need to. If you're good from all fours, we're going to come back up in downward facing dog. And I always tend to have tight hips, so I really like the pigeon pose. So bring your foot to the opposite side of the mat, the front one. And then gently come on your forearms. And then what I like to do is kind of go into a pigeon wave. Just breathing and bringing a little bit more space into my hips before going deeper into it. So pigeon pose specifically works as a hip opener and a forward bend, stretching your thighs, groin, back, piriformis, and psoas. The leg extended to the rear gets a stretch of the psoas and other hip flexors. On the other side, the rotators and outer hip are stretched. It is a good antidote to sitting for long periods. It prepares you for seated postures and back bends. Gently come back in downward facing dog. If you need to extend your leg into a three-legged dog, just breathing into the spine, bending your legs, extending the arms and the spine, and bending one leg and then the other, breathing into the side of your body and allowing your body to wake up. Bring the other foot forward, bring it to the opposite side of the mat and bring the knee down, forearms out. Hips are square to the front of the mat. The back foot extends straight out in line with the hip. You lengthen the inner thigh away from each other. The shoulders relax away from the ears. And you find a comfortable position for the arms to rest. Flex through the front foot. The front knee is directly in line with your hip. The shin does not need to be parallel to the front of the mat. And we go into that wave, breathing into any tension you are feeling and allowing your body to fully stretch. On every exhalation, you are going to move a little bit more forward into the stretch. Slowly come back up into downward facing dog. Extend the leg in three-legged dog if you need to. Breathe into the spine, lengthening the spine, walking that dog. And slowly come down onto the mat. You can drink a little bit of water. I obviously encourage sweating. And we are going to move into the cool down. So come and sit in the middle of your mat and bring one knee on top of the other as an excellent hip stretch. Inhale, make a long body, extending the spine as if I'm pulling on a string towards the sky, folding forward, reaching and fold. We're just going to relax here and breathe into the hips and the glutes. Thanking our body for the practice and allowing it to fully stretch. Slowly come back up and bring the other leg on top. Knees to touch. If this is not accessible to you, feel free to keep the bottom leg extended. Reach forward and then fold when you cannot reach anymore. We keep a lot of our emotions stuck in our hips. So on every exhalation, imagine you're letting go of an emotion that has been playing with you this week. Something that scared you, made you angry, anxious. And just breathe into the tension, and then as you stretch, let it go. We're going to slowly come up, and we are going to come into a seated forward bend, lengthening the spine and reaching as far as you can, and fold. On every exhalation, we're going to move further into the stretch, centimeter by centimeter, and if you can grab onto your toes. Just going to hold this position for a couple of breaths. Flexibility is easy, repetition is the key. Just a couple of seconds more. It's the same when you really, really can't anymore. Your body is gonna allow you to stretch better and further. Bring your hips forward and holding your legs, slowly come down onto the mat. And we are going to come up in a bridge. Your feet are flat on the floor. You can interlace your fingers or keep them palms down. Heels are stacked under the knees. On an inhale, activate through the legs and the glute. Press the floor away with your feet and lift the hips off the floor towards the sky. And slowly come back down onto the mat. This back bend opens your chest and stretches your neck and spine. Bring both hands towards the sky, and we're going to flip your hand front and back. for the rotator cuffs. Hands to the sky, grab onto your elbows and start circling. Try to touch the floor on top of your head and then towards your belly button, making big circles, relaxing the shoulders. Reverse, other side. Slowly come up, pushing yourself off with your elbow. And we're going to come and sit in the middle of the mat for a breathwork flow, meditative breathwork flow. If for comfort, feel free to put a book or a block underneath your bum so you're more comfortably seated. And we are going to sit in silence with ourselves. Lengthening the spine, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, finding your center. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So if you want to calm your mind in 2 minutes, this is an excellent exercise. So you close one nostril with your thumb and you breathe in through that nostril for 4 counts. Then you close the nostril with the ring finger. Briefly, both nostrils are closed. Then you open the second nostril and you breathe out, counting for 6. And you close. You breathe in for 4 through one nostril. And then you close both briefly and you breathe out for 6 through the other nostril. The benefits of alternate nostril breathing is increased focus. It relaxes your nerves. It helps with meditation. It balances your left and your right brain, and it calms your mind. Going to sit in silence. Palms up. Ready to receive. Close one nostril. Inhale. Close both nostrils. Exhale through the other nostril. Inhale. Close. Exhale. Keep flowing through your own breath. I will read you a poem about breathing by Nina Halen. Inhale deeply. Fill your lungs with joy. Let your body expand and grow roots deep into the earth. Let your soul widen and stretch into the sky and beyond. Let your mind drift away to glimpse to an unknown. Breathe in the life that you nourishes and sustains you. And then let it go, gently joining the rise and fall of the universe. Breathwork reduces toxins from the body, which reduces pain, and it releases trauma and fear stuck in your body. It improves sleep and self-love. It increases self-awareness, presence, happiness, and joy. Sit in silence with yourself 5 minutes every day. Alternate nostril breathing is excellent to calm the mind in 2 minutes. Imagine a beautiful tropical rain washing over you and washing away everything that is no longer serving you. Every drop sliding over your body is taking with something that is no longer serving you. Let go. Let go. Let go. Slowly start wiggling your fingers. When you're ready, open your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thanking the teachers of the past. Thanking yourself, Pachamama, and the teachers of the future. Gently start moving your feet. Listen to your body, see where it needs to move. And slowly bring your feet together in the center of the mat. And hug yourself. Start the day with this positive mantra. I love and I approve of myself. I love and I approve of myself. I always like to start the day with a drop of aromatherapy. And today I've decided to go with lemongrass, which helps relieve stress, anxiety, and depression. When you diffuse lemongrass, to relax, to improve your mood, to repel mosquitoes, to fight headaches, and even purify the air. I wish you all a beautiful day, and I send you lots of love from the island. The Latino Flow music is in the comments. Bye.